Welcome to The Awakening Hour with June the NBIC, airing every night at 9 p.m. Here we keep our foot on the neck of false teachings and challenge Euro-Christian ideologies head-on. We stand on facts over beliefs, insertions and assumptions as we journey together on a path of pure righteousness, guided by true African spirituality or Alkebulan wisdom. Each episode is part of a powerful movement to reclaim our identity, uplift our community, and walk in the power of truth. Tune in nightly at 9 p.m. for transformative insights and hard-hitting discussions as we unmask hidden truths and rise to our fullest potential.
The rise will not be televised, but I was authorized to tell you guys what it do, y'all. It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of our ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am him, Junes, the NBIC, and you know what we here to do and where we need to be, and that is home, all alone, with nobody to roam. Okay? Now, before I do, definitely got to give a shout out to you guys, because without you guys, it will be no me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all the comments, the positive, the negative. All things is respected and needed, because it allows me to do what I do best, and that is to continue keeping my foot and my big toe on these heathens, Hebrews, heathenites necks, and all this religion, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Hebrewism, Bantuism, and any other isms that's keeping us in spiritual prison. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Round of applause for that. Yeah, man. Beautiful day. Man, this is day 2 of Donald Trump winning the election. And man, listen, it's a lot going on social media. This one right here is gonna be for my black sisters. Come in, my beautiful skin sisters, the Alkebulan kidnapped sisters. This is for you. I need to have a conversation with y'all. This is a very needed conversation. And let me start off by saying, what's up with y'all? Like, what's up? What's going on? Since when you guys were so highly invested into politics? What's up? Huh? Like, seeing this political campaign, this race, this election showed you guys true colors. Let us know how you really feel about the black man. So, I gotta ask that question, what's up? So black women are now blaming black men for this Kamala Harris losing. Is our fault. And it's not just there. We're being mocked. We're being made fun of. Our intelligence is being insulted. People is really saying the most outlandish things about black men. Like, we're really being held as the blame. We're literally being blamed for this woman not winning the election. But I want to play some videos before I give you guys the 311. Let me play a video for you guys so you guys can see exactly what's going on. Let's go.
Oh, and to the black men who took their narrow-head asses in them polls and voted for Trump, when the police got your ass in the motherfucking chokehold, don't you come calling black women. Don't you come calling us to come march for your ass. I'm not making no BLM songs. None of that. I'm not resharing nothing. It's an article, not resharing it. I don't even care if I know you. I'm not resharing it. You don't deserve our help. Like, seriously. I even see one of them say, y'all really thought we was gonna let a bitch run this country? I know, right? Sounds a little harsh.
I'm sorry, guys. Let me play it from the beginning. And I know I muted this the last time, so let me unmute this. What is going on here?
Oh, and to the black men who took their narrow head.
Oh no. All right, my bad, guys. I want to play this video, so just listen as a black sister literally blames black men for Kamala's losing this presidential election. Listen.
Oh, and to the black men who took their narrow head asses in them polls and voted for Trump. When the police got your ass in the motherfucking chokehold, don't you come calling black women. Don't you come calling us to come march for your ass. I'm not making no BLM songs. None of that. I'm not resharing nothing. It's an article, not resharing it. I don't even care if I know you. I'm not resharing it. You don't deserve our help. Like, seriously. I even seen one of them say, y'all really thought we was gonna let a bitch run this country? I know, right? Sounds a little harsh, right? Came from one of your little black men. Them same ones that's always crying, talking about police always locking us up for dumb shit, but they don't ever get the white people, and they don't never do this, and they don't never do that. And guess what, baby? They're gonna be locking y'all ass up more now. And guess what? For the dumbest shit. Oh, and guess what? You're not gonna be getting any help. And to add insult to interest, y'all voted against women having the rights to their own body. And the crazy part about it is some of y'all had daughters who was voting for Trump. So you don't just give a fuck about your damn daughter, huh? Boy, I tell you, man. You had them low IQ black people up in there talking about, yeah, we voted for Trump because he gave us the stimulus check. Yeah, he gave us the $1,200. Yeah, he gave us $1,500. What did the Democrats give us? See, them the ones that's just as slow as they fucking.
So let me just interject. So she says that our IQ is low because we voted for Trump because Trump gave us the stimulus check. No. Black people voted for Trump because Kamala is dumb. Let's just call it what it is. She's slow. In fact, if you was to do your homework, sweetheart, and you was to check Kamala's track record, sweetheart, you will see that she was incarcerating children as young as 13 years old for a bag of weed and throw them in jail to do 15 years. So a child for a bag of weed was sentenced to 15 years in jail. But it don't stop there. She also was a head prosecutor, right? And was issuing you out summons where CPS was coming to parents' homes because children was not attending school. She also bought the police a warrant out for a mother's arrest because her daughter, who suffers from sickle cell, was in and out of the hospital, meaning she was in and out of school. A warrant was issued for her arrest, even though the daughter and the mother bought letters, had the doctors call the school, the whole shebang, and still she issued a warrant. I just wanted to throw that. We'll elaborate even more, but when I hear them saying, people's IQ is low because of this, I just want you to know who you dealing with. And this notion about women and our bodies and baby girl, listen carefully. It is not your body. It is not your body when you're carrying somebody's DNA, offsprings. You're killing me. You're committing murder upon the man that you're laying with. If you didn't want to conceive to have a child, then you should not be opening your legs. Because sex is the purpose of sex was to procreate. Okay? Not to feel good, not to get a kick out of it because you was drunk and this. No. Because once you open your leg and you say, come inside of me, keyword, come, Either you spell it C-O-M-E or C-U-M. Come inside of me, that's exactly what happens. And if you was to conceive and get pregnant, your job is supposed to keep it. You're not supposed to go behind your man's back or the man you laying with when I'm having a discussion, because it's not your body. When a man goes inside of you and puts something, you know when it was your body? Prior to the night before, when you was taking your showers, when you was getting your periods and you was doing, that's your body. But when you give yourself up, because that's what it is, right? That's like me buying a home. I go inside the home, I make a purchase, and I have this home. This home is mine. It's no longer the person before. It's no longer the person that even built the home. It's not their home. It becomes the person who put the keys in, who signed the papers, put the down payment, whatever, to make that home his or hers. That is their homes. And it is not the architect. It's not the engineer. That is not his home. Get it together, people. We are doing way too much. I'm tired of this nonsense. Listen, ladies, okay? Semen that's inside of men are living organisms. I don't know what you guys are hearing, but it's life. Every time we ejaculate and go inside of a woman, we're interjecting life. It's life going inside of you. It is ours. It is us. Our DNA going inside of you. You don't get to say, oh, I don't want this inside of me no more. Excuse me? That's called murder. And you will be tried and prosecuted. Whether the ancestors will put a beating on you or you will just be into thin air. You go ahead and go let these demons on crack feed you ideologies to misuse your body. And then you do these things to your body, damage your body, mess up your insides. And then when that time comes when you want to have a child, you're going to be unable to. Just wanted to just throw that out there. But let her continue.
Like, I can't stand them damn kind. Goddamn, he ain't give you shit. He ain't give you a pot to piss in. Y'all ate off of Democrat help. Y'all grew up off of Democrat help. Y'all mamas had Democrat help.
And that is not true. In fact, matter of fact, let me let it play. Let me play. We'll summon it all up at the end. Let this play.
Some of y'all still living in the same motherfucking projects y'all grew up in. And you got the nerve to be talking about you voting for some damn Trump because he gave you a stimulus check. Bitch, do you know that was Congress? See, the Democrats help y'all ass get that $1,200. Not no motherfucking Trump. Stupid ass mother.
Okay, she's just too ignorant. Let's go to video number 2.
I really do not like crying on the internet, but I'm not even about to pretend like this some shit that I'm finna be embarrassed about, bro. Like, I ain't never been so fucking devastated behind an election. And it's just like, when you a black woman surrounded by black men and they say all this shit like, oh, he's not that bad and oh, he just hates everyone, bro. Like, it was my brother homeboy I was talking to the other day, a black man, and I found out that he's a Trump supporter. I'm like, he does not like you. And he was like, oh no, he just don't like everybody. What? So that's a good candidate for you? Someone who just fucking hates everybody? Like, what? And I'm fucking crying in my room this morning. My brother gonna come up in here and say, what's wrong with you? Like, he can't think of one possible reason why I would be upset right now, bro. These niggas are so fucking, they live on another planet. And it's because none of this shit affects men. That's why. Men don't give a fuck about nothing that don't directly affect them. If it does not directly affect men, they do not give a fuck. And motherfuckers hating women is the whole reason he got elected in the first place. The first time he got elected, he ran up against a woman. Second time, he ran up against a man, and it wasn't even a good fucking candidate, and he lost. He ran up against a woman again, and he won, because y'all just fucking hate women. That's all it is. We couldn't even get a white lady in office. Of course, they wouldn't go vote for no fucking black lady. And it's like people just, either people don't give a fuck, or they're genuinely not grasping how fucked this shit is. And it's just like somebody commented on my last video when I was like, in the club, we all crying, talking about, oh, y'all are so dramatic. Dramatic? This is dramatic. Like, this is an extreme underreaction. Dramatic would be marching down to that fucking White House and burning that bitch down. That's dramatic. You don't want to see dramatic. This is nothing. We are fucked. We're literally doomed for the next 4 years at the very least.
Oh man, it don't stop. Hold on. Is it this
Oh,
one?
and to the black men who took they
Oh,
oh, and to the black men oh, and to the black men who took their
she
narrow head asses
ignorant.
in them polls and
Let me
voted for Trump
pause
when the
this. So, as you can see, you got black women attacking black men, accusing us as the reason for Donald Trump. This right here is the statistics. And you can get this on Google. You can get it. You just type it in. The statistics of the race of people that voted, and you're going to see. So let's go. Let's go. White men, 34%. 39% of white men voted for Harris. 59% voted for Trump. White women, they are 37%. 47% of white women voted for Harris, while 52% voted for Trump. Look at this. Black men, which only accumulates to 5% of the vote of United States of America. 5%. Let's check the numbers. 78% of black men voted for Harris, while only 20% voted for Trump. Black women, who's 7%. 5 plus 7 is what? 5 plus 7 is what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of 100%, our vote was only 12%. 12%. But let's go. 92% of black women voted for Harris, while 7% voted for Trump. Latino men, 44% voted for Harris, while 54% voted for Trump. Latino women, 61% voted for Harris, while 37% voted for Trump. Of all other races, 50% voted for Harris, while 45% voted for Trump. But yet, the sister took it upon herself to attack the black man, because the black man, you have a lot of black people that's coming on and saying we do not support this woman. Now, why did Kamala not win the presidency? Does gender play a role in it? Absolutely. Why? The real reason why? Just think about this. Black women, please think about this. America is literally to the oil, to the machine of the system of this world. America. You are telling me that the world leaders, who are all men, is now gonna take America, who's the oil for the machine of the system of the world, going to be represented by a female, and they're gonna take her serious? You think the people that's in America want her to represent America in the face of Putin, the president of China, North and South Korea, England, France? What was that? What's the prime minister? Iran, Iraq. What's the other dude? The Israel dude. These are all men, and you telling me here gonna come this lady who can't even tell you guys the truth that she's not black? She was pitching this. She was pitching this. Oh, I'm like you. She was giving you a story, but never admit that she was black. Not one time did she say that she was black. Not one time. Not one time did she say, I am black and I am for my people. I'm for the liberation of the people, etc., etc. You know why the real reason why black women is upset? And I had this conversation with the Wiz. You know the real reason why you guys are upset? Two reasons. The reason why you are upset is because You have been so brainwashed to believe that you don't need a man. You thought that this was the perfect opportunity for women, whether you was black, white, Chinese, Mexican, whatever. You thought this was the opportunity to overshadow the black man or men in general. You wanted to be in that position of power, and you had the government and the country behind this image that you wanted to portray, because we all get it. Black, women are getting the high paying jobs. Women are doing the jobs that, like being doctors and nurses, they're getting those jobs. Women are in a position where they, to be honestly, women don't need to have a man, right? You're being programmed to believe that having a man is a choice. It's not an obligation. Huh? If I want to have it, I have it. If I don't want to, that's just what it is. I'm gonna live my life because you only live once. We're gonna rock out. Girl, what you doing tonight? That's the reason why you wanted her to win, so she can be the representation of the strong, independent black woman. When the same woman that you're dying to vote for is submissive unto a man. And the sad thing is, she's not only submissive to a man, she's submissive to the man. She's submissive to a Euro Christian ideology. Stop it. You know why she says woman has the right to choose what they want with their body? Because this woman don't even have children. And Donald Trump didn't go against abortion. He said that that decision is no longer going to be federal. It's going to go to the state. So, like my Wiz say, if you don't like the laws of abortion, go to a blue state. Come to New York, come to California, come to Illinois, come to where all the ignorance and violence and homosexuality, all the wickedness is at a flourish, where it flourished and loved and cherished the most. Go there. But in other states, in conservative states, who's about pro-life, who don't want to hear is my body, my choice, is woman, you opened your legs, you had this child, you got into a sexual relationship with this person, you got a child, you got to eat that. Just move from there. Matter of fact, we should all swap. Those that oppose abortions and stuff, let's switch up with those that's for it. And you go left, we go right. You take over the lease, I take over your lease, and then everything's gonna be fine. But just make sure you don't got no bed bugs and rodents, and at least be clean. Because a lot of you so-called independent women be dirty. Y'all be dirty. Y'all wasting all this time putting makeup and wigs and weave on, and then you don't even know that you still walking around with a overused tampon. Come on now, stop. Stop. That was reason number one. The reason number two why you don't want Trump to win is because you are afraid of this Project 2025. What does the Project 2025 do? Project 2025 take away public assistance. Oh yeah. The niggas that want to smoke all day. The women that want to smoke all day, do nothing with their lives. They smoking from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. outside, at the park, at the zoo, and just living life while people is busting their behind, paying taxes to ensure that you guys can live this lazy, comfortable lifestyle. But with Project 2025, if you're able to walk and talk, you better be able to get on that train and work. Ain't gonna be no smoking weed. Ain't gonna be no sitting down. I'ma do what I wanna do. No. You're gonna get your behind up and you're going to work. This is America. This is a capitalistic society. This is a corporation. This is why you got a president and he got a administrative staff. This is an organization, and the organization is no longer taking care of people that's taking advantage of the system. That's just what that is. All you ladies that's in the shelter, the people supposed to be in the shelter 3 to 6 months. We got people there that been there for 2 years. And if you there for, not only are they there for 2 years, instead of focusing on getting a place to live, they're more focusing on why the Wi-Fi is not working fast enough at the shelter. I cannot make this stuff up. So you take all of that into consideration. That's why you wanted Kamala to win. You know why? Because you know Kamala will allow y'all to continue being broke bitches and niggas. That's what y'all want. Y'all just want to stay broke and just lynch off the system. You want to lynch off tax dollars off hard-paying, tax-paying citizens who get up every day to bust their ass trying to put food on their table for their family. You like, let them work while we squirt. Let them work while we twerk. And look good in the process. That's what y'all wanted. But newsflash, ladies. Newsflash, lazy men. You gonna get up. Listen. There's an unemployment building here in downtown Brooklyn, right there on Nevin Street. If you need the address, send me an email. I will kindly give it to you. You're going to work. If you're not a stay-at-home mom, working, taking care of your child, being a wife, that's another thing too. They coming for the single mothers. Because statistics has shown and it has proven that there's more incarcerated people, children, adults who's come from single parent households. So single mothers, I think you better go find yourself a husband. You better find yourself a man, and you better hope that man have the game plan to take care of you and your little Talibans. You heard? Your little terrorists and all that, because the one that you trade, don't talk to my son. Oh yeah, they're gonna be men to come knock some sense into that little boy. Oh yeah. Oh, you're not just gonna just come into a man's house think you just about to just run the show. Oh no. And that's why you are upset. That's why you don't want to deal with that. That's why you don't want no parts of that. That's why you think Kamala is gonna do that. Let me give you a news flash, like I showed you guys yesterday. The 2025 game plan came on whose table? It came on Joe Biden's desk under his administration. And his administration was approving it. And if it was approved, like I showed you yesterday, it was supposed to be approved and be able to be passed through and be conducted for the next president, which was supposedly supposed to be Kamala. But she used that to brainwash you and think that Donald Trump was the one that was going to be using it, when that man ain't never even mentioned it, not one time. He was like, why y'all keep saying this Project 2025? Where did you see me say that? Where did you see that in my campaign? As you can see, it was her, because that was the game plan that they was going to use to destroy you. While causing more inflation. I want to play one more video. I'm going to play one more video, and shout out to the brother Larry Johnson, very educated brother. He used to play football for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was the one that was throwing the diamonds up. But the only thing that I have with my brother is he really think he's a Hebrew Israelite. I mean, listen. This religion madness is really taking over our people. This biblo madness is really taking over our people. People don't even understand that they're going insane. Religion makes you insane, right? You are insane. You are suffering from some level of insanity. What is insanity? What's the definition of insanity? Insanity is doing the same thing, thinking change is going to come. And that's what religion is doing, churning brothers and sisters insane. But I want to play the video from the brother, and he hit you with some key points, and then I'm gonna come back and conclude it all. All right, let's go.
Oh, and to the black men who took their narrow-head asses.
All the black people voted for Trump have one like major thing in common: no education, no higher education whatsoever, not completed, and education ain't everything, but it's a lot. Ask a black man why he's voting for Trump, and he gonna say something dumb like he's helping the economy. But when you ask him to expand, like that's the end of it. He's helping the economy. How? How? And they can't say nothing else. He just pulling. Ask one. Ask a local black man in your hometown why he's voting for Trump, and watch the bullshit that come out his mouth.
I will never understand why Negro women feel the need to do this, because it makes them look twice as stupid and twice as ignorant. If they knew true history, since we're talking about education, if you go back to the 1860s, the very first violent interactions with Democrats, with Republicans, were over the Negro vote, because Negroes were voting for Republicans. And the reason why the KKK was founded by the Democratic Party is so they could humiliate and harass Negro voters for not voting Democrat or even voting at all.
Message.
So you getting pissed at brothers for choosing Trump and trying to say they're not smart or not highly educated. What does being highly educated mean? A person who gets a 4.0 gets the same degree and diploma as somebody that gets a 2.5.
Message.
And you're not being really educated, you're being indoctrinated. Outside of English, math, and writing, you're being indoctrinated. Our public school system is founded by a Freemason, which means you're gonna learn more about Rome, Greece, and Egypt. And if you wanted to learn about African American studies or African American history, you would have to take an elective course. That course's origin story is gonna start at slavery. So then you're still being indoctrinated. And then all the heroes that they say the Negro community has are all BGOs or Prince Hall Freemasons. Ask any black woman that's highly educated if the world is round or flat, and you will have your answer on who's educated and who's indoctrinated. No other race of people are doing this right now. It's only Negro women or Negro America that's doing this against their own. The election demographic and the exit polls, it was between white men and white women.
Facts.
That's what it was about. It was maybe 40% versus 50% from Democrat to Republican. When it came to Negro America, it was 80% that voted Democrat. It was 12% that voted for the Republican side. It wasn't even that much to make a dent or a deciding factor in this election. If you look at the Latin community, it was about 53% of Latinos that voted for Democrats, or the Democratic Party, and it was like maybe 45% that voted for Republican Party. You don't see Spanish or Latin women coming online talking bad about their men for not voting for Kamala. You do not see Latin men talk bad about their women for voting for the Republican side. You don't see it. It's only the Negro community that gets off trying to mock and demean their own race for not being on the side of those who created the KKK. That's asinine to me, and you sound like dumbasses for keep trying to perpetuate this same myth that black men aren't smart because they didn't want to vote for your side of the party. When traditionally, if we're talking about history and education, it was Negroes who voted for the Republican Party. Negroes were the first congressmen and senators out of the Republican Party.
Message.
So keep your mouth shut.
Message. And everything that he's saying is facts. And the numbers, as far as the numbers and the statistic goes, you guys seen that I put it up on the side so you guys can see it with your own two eyes. Okay? You can look these things up. Look up the statistical polls of race of people who voted Democrat or Republican. All this information is out there for you guys. But what this election showed is the hatred black women has for black men. That's the overall. It was the perfect opportunity for black women to show their true feelings towards black men. And you don't like us. You don't like us, you don't respect us, but yet you think that we are entitled to agree and support whatever you want. You know where this authoritative alpha woman comes from? It comes from this feminist movement. It comes from this indoctrination, like he said, coming from these schools, these equal opportunities, and this and that, and then the hiring. You know, a lot of y'all women don't even know. A lot of you women are being hired because, for two reasons, because they know it takes you away from your child. And for two, these people get to get close to you in chances of putting their seed inside of you. Don't you ever think that you're hired because of your talent and because of your skills and because you're able to generate money. Please, they can get that anywhere. They can get a Mexican. It's an agenda, ladies. I need you women to really understand. It is an agenda to separate man from woman. It is agenda to keep black men and black women always at odds, never agreeing on nothing. Like the brother says, you're not seeing no Hispanic man demonizing Hispanic woman, vice versa. You're not seeing Chinese people. You're not seeing no other. You're not even seeing white people doing that. White people be like, yeah, you voted Trump. Well, you better luck next time. You're not seeing nobody coming on these internets crying, and if they're crying, they're presenting it as a whole, like damn, America voted for Republican, and we're doomed. Black women, we're literally blaming black men. The sister was crying, blaming black men. Like our 5%, black men was 5%, black women was 7%. Your votes, whether you voted it or not, they didn't mean absolutely nothing. They just did that to put us at odds, and they did that to continue mocking you in your face. Look who they used to represent black people. They gave you rappers. They gave you females that is twerking on a national stage where nations of people are tuning in outside of America, in Russia, in England, in France, in places where rich, powerful people sit. They brought a female to twerk to show the world that this is just all we are. We are nothing but laughing stocks. We are nothing but laughing stocks. They've been laughing at us ever from the very moment they gave us religion. They gave us gods to call on. They've been laughing at us ever since. And when they seen that we were fully brainwashed and committed, they just took everything away from us. Now we're just laughing stocks. Not only are we just laughing stocks, we're literally signing up for our own demise. They wanted to see how far a black woman would go to get a black woman in. Excuse me, to get a woman in, because she's not black. A brown woman. She's Indian. Like I can't find that. I can't find that video. But if I found it, I'll play for you. Her own aunt didn't refer to her as black. So how do you feel as Kamala being the first black? The aunt said black. Excuse me? We come from India. We cherish our heritage and our culture. But disrespect you. Every time she comes to Atlanta, every time she goes to North Carolina and she studies the room, and when she sees that it's black people, she changes her tone. She's speaking with a slang, disrespecting you. Sounding like she's eat collard greens and macaroni and cheese. They got you going crazy because she's dancing to hip hop and you thinking that that's one of us. No, this is disrespectful, bro. She's doing all of that, but yet come home and say, hi, honey, to a Euro. And yet you get mad at the brother man because the brother man is taking the stand on what's right. Now I don't do the voting. But Trump gets my support. Why does Trump get my support? Because Trump is a realist. He stands on facts over feelings. This is what's missing in this world. It's the facts over feelings. We need to go back for the facts over feelings. You know why we are over, you know why we don't like the facts? Because we rather have feelings. You want to have belief. To believe is a feel, it's an emotion. You can't have emotions in this war. You can't have emotions in this race. You can't have emotions in this corporation, in this business. They always tell you it is business, not personal. America is business. You can never associate it with personal. Even though you as a black man was born here as a slave, you are commodities, you are property. I get it, but this is why you have to fight to remove this feeling. You got to remove this being somebody's property. You got to move it. You got to desire the change and allow your ancestors to guide you into that change. The change is not going to come until you tap into your spiritual powers. That's why they gave you religion, to prevent you from ever tapping into that. You have to understand what I'm saying. You have powers. The power is not coming from no Jesus. It's not coming from no Biblos. The creators of this universe, the creators that created us, created the world, created El Kebulan, had absolutely nothing to do with the Biblos. Zero. Zero. Zip zero. They gave you this God to keep you under their control. If you want to be free, seek your ancestors. Don't listen to it as it being evil. Anything that these people tell you is evil is lies. You are priests. You are priestesses. You have power. You have ancestors' bloodline dwelling inside of you. Okay? You didn't become a slave because you didn't keep no commandments. You became a slave because you didn't keep the commandments they told you to follow. You didn't follow their ideologies. You didn't want to believe their religion. You was slaughtered. People was killed for doing African rituals, dances, etc. Even speaking the language, you was beaten and brutalized to the highest order. You have to know this, people. You have to know this. You have to tap into your roots. You have to find who you are. And the answer will never, and I repeat, it will never come from the Biblos. It will never come from the Quran. It will never come from no religion. You can keep trying. You can try to apply it. I promise you, it's going to be the same rhetoric. And you guys are waking up. A lot of people is waking up. I'm telling you, the churches is going down. The people that you doing these people that's doing these so-called onlines and all this, numbers is going down. These things is going down. It's going down because people are realizing that this is not it. It's not. The story of the creators has nothing to do with the Biblos. And I'm going to keep emphasizing that, stretching it until I can't stretch anymore. The Biblos is upholding Euro-Christian ideology. The writers was instituting ideology, Euro-Christian ideology. It wasn't teaching you Bantu. It wasn't teaching you Tsunene. It wasn't teaching you nothing. It's people trying to associate the book with the names of the gods that was given unto the children of El Kebulan, not no Akobi. That Akobi story is a mystical story. These things are not for real because it does not add up. I seen a brother post something on TikTok the other day. It removes Israel. Israel means Akobi. Akobi means Joseph. Now Akobi is Joseph now. I'm telling you, I cannot make this stuff up. Every week, every month, every year, you're gonna see something different. And now the land of Joseph is in somewhere in the Congo. But nobody in the Congo ever knew about no commandments. The commandments came into Africa in 1892 to the early 1900s. That's when the commandments came into Africa. South Africa to be exact. And I could just imagine these missionaries, mercenaries, just going into colonized areas, because at that point you guys was already colonized. 1492. 1492. Think about this, people. In 1492, King Alfonso changed his name and converted into Christianity. How is the king of Congo converting into Christianity? Guess what he's going to do? He's also he changed his name, and I'm sure he's changing areas too, and said that's the land of Joseph. I want this place right here to be called the land of Joseph. I want that place right there to be called the land of Abram. I want that place right there. They was doing all of this. 1492. And check this out. Do your studies. Right after he converted and he died, and these people watched and see that we was gullible to their gods and their beliefs, they came and they conquered. That's how the Congo was taken, and that's how the Congo is still under their control, because you got brothers and sisters still out there believing that they are children of the Biblos till this day. And then guess who's now are the ones teaching such ideologies and foolishness? The outsiders. I am an outsider. Even though my DNA, my blood goes back into the land, I am an outsider. I've never set foot into that land. The people that never set foot in the land are the ones that's teaching it now. And they're adamant, and they standing 10 toes down. Never spoke to the people, never went to the land, never did nothing. 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 And the ones that was there, remember, they was there to do what? Mercenary work. They was there to bring forth the story of Jesus. That didn't change. Remember what I'm telling you. Once you are indoctrinated, like the Bible says, you can't put new wine in old bottles. You have to shatter the whole thing. You want to know who you are? You have to shatter the whole thing. You have to be detoxified. You got to detox from such ideologies. And when you detox from that, you're going to have to go back to square one. And when you go back to square one, you're going to have to reach out to the holy ones, plural, not singular, plural. Okay? We have many deities that's in your land. But it's their religion that makes you look at those deities as the enemy, and that's why you remain to suffer. And with that being said, people, it's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. You know who know what I'm here to do, man. We gonna literally deconstruct from this Euro-Christian ideology. We're gonna break every bit of it. All this religion is going to be removed from us so we can tap into our African culture, so we can do our rituals again, so we can do our dance again, so we can do our enchantments again, so we can love each other again, so we can break these borders that they got in our land, and we can travel and go see our cousins and our aunties and our uncles and become one great nation. You and I and you, and together we can never be let loose. You understand? This is what they don't want, but we're gonna get that. And as long as I'm living, I'm gonna keep kinking, and I'm gonna keep pimping. Pimping what? Pimping this game, if you know what I'm saying. You heard? But anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. If it's your first time, I hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means you know we gotta stay on that grind, because it is about that time. Time for what? Time for my brothers to go get theirs, because you know I'm about to get mine. And for my sisters, please listen. Stop falling for the narrative. I can't live without you, and you can't live without me. We are one. Okay? The whole world is one. It's double. It's one hand. I mean, it's left hand, right hand, left foot, right foot, right? That means it's one. It's a male, it's a female. In the heavens, it's the male and the female. Your ancestors, it's the male and your female. It was a man and a woman that came together to make you. Don't get it confused. Don't let these people play with your mind anymore. Let go of the Euro-Christian ideology. Like I said, it's your brother, man. You understand? And I'ma holler at y'all. One.